It is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my video. As always, please like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate that. Before I get to the content of my video, this video will premiere on Thanksgiving Day 2025. So those of you who are viewing this video on Thanksgiving Day 2025, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I hope you're having a blessed and joyous Thanksgiving with plenty of blessings. Those of you who are watching this video after Thanksgiving, I hope your day is going well, and I hope you enjoy the content of this video. In this video, I'm going to give my top 5 jazz, soul, jazz, funk albums. I condense it down to 5, mix them all together, and put it in a group of 5. That's very difficult to do, but my top 5 jazz, funk, jazz, soul albums. Please leave yours in the comment section below. I know that in anybody's list, I say this, every video of this type I do, there's going to be some glaring omissions. I get comments all the time saying, Kenny, I don't believe you didn't include this album on your list. Well, the reason why I didn't include it on my list is because that's your list. This is my list. Please leave your list in the comment section below. We'll go over my top 5 in this video. Before I get to the top 5, I'm going to give a couple of real quick, give 2 honorable mentions. And these are tremendous albums. If you're not familiar with this album by Bobby Humphrey called Blacks and Blues, check this one out. A sensational jazz, funk, jazz, soul effort by Bobby Humphreys. And another album that really is like, has elements of jazz, elements of pop, elements of soul, elements of funk to some degree. And this album, I believe, came out around 1980. Again, this is an honorable mention too. George Benson, Give Me the Night. Every time I get a chance to mention this tremendous album, I do. This was a collaboration between George Benson and the late, great Quincy Jones. Like I said, I believe it came out in 1980, 81, somewhere around that time frame. I bought this album when it was new. One of my favorite albums of the time. And if you want to hear some great songs from this album, check out the song Give Me the Night, obviously, and Turn Out the Lamplight is a tremendous effort. And also Moody's Mood is a very nice song by George Benson. Again, a collaboration, a sensational collaboration between George Benson and Quincy Jones. Give Me the Night. Those are 2 honorable mentions. Now I'm going to get to my top 5. Now, the first, number 5 is a tie. So in essence, it's 6, but it's a tie. It's a tie between Miles Davis and Stanley Turrentine. Now, I'm going to get to the Stanley Turrentine album first. And the name of this album that was issued in 1970 on CTI Records is called Sugar. And the title track for the of this album is simply sensational. And Stanley Turrentine, throughout this album, his performances are tremendous. But the title track, Sugar, as far as I'm concerned, for an album that came out in 1970, in my opinion, was ahead of its time. And this was issued on CTI Records. And if you're not familiar with this album, that included Ron Carter, George Benson, and Freddie Hubbard, along with Stanley Turrentine, check this one out. This is a very nice jazz, jazz soul album. And check out, like I said, those of you who are not familiar with the album, check out the title track, Sugar. I don't think it will not disappoint at all. And check out the whole album. That is a very fine effort by Stanley Turrentine. Also tight at number 5. This has jazz funk written all over it. The grooves that were laid down by Miles Davis and his crew. This album features Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea, John McLaughlin, and a host of other great musicians. This was issued in 1972. Miles Davis, On the Corner is the name of the CD. It's on album form as well. But just the funk vibes that in the direction, in the vision of Miles Davis on this particular piece is tremendous. There's a great song on here called Black Satin. If you want to listen to this and get an idea of the funk jazz grooves of this album, check out the song, the composition, Black Satin, on the album Miles Davis, On the Corner. This is a tremendous jazz funk album. He has like a Miles Davis, I think it's called the Complete Sessions, where there is an expanded edition of this, which I want to get at some point. I bet that would be tremendous to listen to, because the CD sounds great. Album, I assume, sounds better. But in terms of jazz funk, this comes in at number 5, too, tied at number 5 with the Stanley Turrentine album, Sugar. Coming in at number 4 is this sensational effort by Herbie Hancock that was issued in 1974. And the name of the album is Thrust. And this album, to get a good sense of the direction or vibe or groove of this album, check out the song Butterfly on the Herbie Hancock album, Thrust. This album is sensational in terms of, jazz funk. It really is. This album doesn't get the props it deserves. So this is number 4 on my list. The 1970 album, Herbie Hancock, Thrust is the name of the album. And again, check out the song Butterfly. The album's issued in 1974. Coming in at number 3. Now this album is really, in my mind, a jazz soul album. It has that mix or that element. This was issued in 1967. The Cannonball Adderley Quintet, Mercy, 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 live at the club, issued in 1967. It includes that smash hit, that composition by the late, great Joe Zawinul, one of the co-founders of Weather Report. He was a keyboard piano player in the Cannonball Adderley Quintet. And this was a live recording, recorded in Hollywood, California. I think this is one of the greatest live jazz albums ever recorded in terms of the compositions, the directions, the songs, the grooves, and just overall quality of the play on these the great musicians on this fantastic album by the Julian Cannonball Adderley Quintet, Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. This is an instrumental version of Mercy, 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 but there is a vocal version that's equally as good, or quite great, as the instrumental version by a group out of Chicago, Illinois called the Buckinghams. But this version, Cannonball Adderley Quintet, Mercy, 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 live at the club, jazz, I call it like a jazz soul, has elements of soul, the soul vibe and groove to it. That comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, and this is a tremendous effort by Freddie Hubbard. This was issued in 1970 on CTI Records, I believe. Freddie Hubbard, Red Clay. And those who are not familiar with this CD or the album, check out the great song of Red Clay that is performed by Freddie Hubbard. It is a tremendous effort by Freddie Hubbard. Red Clay comes in at number 2. The album features Joe Henderson, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Lenny White, all-star team on this tremendous album by Freddie Hubbard, Red Clay. That comes in at number 2. And number 1 on my jazz, soul, jazz, funk list, and this is pretty much like a jazz funk album, at least in my mind, Herbie Hancock, the 1973 masterpiece, Headhunters, comes in at number 1 in terms of jazz, funk, jazz, soul. This was a landmark album in terms of sound, in terms of the funk and jazz vibes that Herbie Hancock laid down. It was recorded well. It was a great album for the time. In 1973, I heard this when it first came out because my older brothers had this album. This album was light years ahead of its time. It still holds up today. Number 1 on my list is a 1973 masterpiece by Herbie Hancock. Headhunters is the name of the album. Highlighted by that great song on this album. It's called Vein Melter. Herbie Hancock, Headhunters is number 1 on my jazz, funk, jazz, soul top 5. Please leave your top 5, your favorite top jazz, soul, top jazz, funk album in the comment section below. I just decided to combine them all in one video and do a top 5 jazz, funk, jazz, soul list and combine them all in one list. But please leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for viewing this video. God bless. Oh, please like and subscribe. God bless, strong love, and keep the peace worldwide.